The three primary colors of red, blue, and yellow mix to make orange, green, and purple. First, let's try mixing with crayon. Before we mix, let's try to remember the very powerful primary colors by filling in these three shapes. You can draw a heart, a sun, and a raindrop. Let's color each the color that they would typically be. Let's make the heart red, just so we can remember red is primary. Let's make the sun yellow, so we can remember that yellow is a primary color. And let's make the raindrop blue. At any time, feel free to pause the video. All right, now that we've got our three primary colors in our mind, let's try mixing. Crayons can actually mix colors. Let's show it like a math equation. Red plus yellow, Y for yellow, R for red, equals, let's find out. Before we find out, let's put each color inside the circle. There's our red, there's our yellow. Now we're going to mix them to see what they get. Keep overlapping the colors until it looks like a secondary color. Red and yellow make orange. See how it's starting to look like orange? You can practice writing the word too. Let's try it again with red and blue. There's a spot for red, R for red, B for blue, equals, let's find out. First we will label red, then we will label blue, and now we mix. Overlap the colors until they start to look like a new color. It's starting to look like purple, or you can say violet. You can practice writing the word violet or purple too. There's one more secondary color to make. Let's mix blue and yellow. B for blue, Y for yellow. Let's see what we get. First we will label. There's our blue and yellow. Now let's overlap the colors. Green. Blue and yellow make green. Use this little color sheet as a guide when we're ready to paint. Practice writing green too. All right, so now we're just going to start using watercolor by getting our color wet and painting circles all over our paper. Let's try to use the sheet as a guide to help us know what two primaries to make. I picked the first, which was red and yellow. It looks like my paints are turning orange. It's normal that when you mix colors, they don't always change to the color that you want right away. Sometimes you have to keep adding a little bit more of the color until you get the color that you want. I also notice it's helpful to spread out the watercolor a little bit bigger. If my circles are just too tiny, then they take forever to dry. You could even use some of your regular color once you've made it. Let's try purple. Now red and magenta are very close on the color wheel. I prefer to use magenta when I make purple. It's just a little bit brighter. But magenta is working just like red. Red and blue make purple. Here's the regular red, not magenta, just primary red with a darker blue. The purple is a little bit darker. Have fun making different colored dots all over your paper and try to think ahead about what color you're going to make. Use your color sheet as a guide. Okay, let your painting dry. Gather something dark to draw with. A black marker or a pencil works fine. A black pencil. Let's add different emotions inside each circle. As we're drawing emotions, we're going to think about what shapes would show that feeling. What shapes change on our face when we look peaceful or calm or happy? How do the faces change when we look angry or frustrated? How about confused or surprised? Maybe we look silly or loud. Be creative and try to think of different emotions to show on your circles. Feel free to look off the example to the left as a guide. But remember, everyone draws different, so it's a good thing when they do look different. I love seeing what my students come up with. Take your time and have fun showing different emotions.